Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. It is Book Saturday, and as you can see, we got a couple books today. We have Dr. Kimm's autobiography and about himself and martial arts, and we also have Tim Allen's Don't Stand Too Close to a Naked Man. Those are the two books we're going to talk about a little bit today. Before we get on with that, I'm drinking out of a book mug here, some of my favorite books as a kid. And remember, the reason I talk about books on Saturday, one, give you some ideas, stuff that I've been reading and I've enjoyed. Maybe you'll find something that I talk about that you want to read, but also to encourage you to get out and read more. Read for entertainment, read for education. Read the newsletter I send out every weekend. You can get that by going to enjoylifesafely.com and downloading the free ebook to read to help you stay safe and keep your loved ones safe. So lots of great things to read out there, and I hope you're reading some of the stuff I put out as well. I want to say good morning to Jay and Vicky. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys for saying hello. Now let's talk about some books. I want to talk about Dr. Kimm's book first. You can see this is a huge book, like all of Dr. Kimm's. We both must have the same, problem. We like big books. Some guys like big butts. Dr. Kimm likes big books. I like big books. Actually saw a t-shirt with that on it the other day and thought, yeah, that's appropriate. Now, this autobiography isn't your typical type autobiography where you read it through and it just flows naturally and, tells the story of someone's life. This tells an awful lot about his life, yes, but it's almost written like shorter essays about portions of his life. And then when you get toward the later parts, when he's talking about different martial art people, it's like little essays about him and those martial artists or that organization or that event. So it's not your typical biography where it just reads through. It's just a ton of short little essays on a whole bunch of different things about him, his life, and martial arts. Very interesting if you're a martial artist. I first met Dr. Kimm over 20 years ago because it was before my daughter was born and she's 20. Met him at a seminar at J.R. West's, who's mentioned in this book. The last number of years, he's been teaching at the Korean Martial Art Festival, which is mentioned in this book. And, I had a chance to learn from him in his sessions, talk a little bit with him off to the side at different times, get his books signed. This book is sort of special. I didn't buy it and have him sign it like I planned. This was purchased by Tom Gordon and given to me as a gift. So it has some stuff from Tom in here as well as being signed by Dr. Kimm. And so pretty special book because it's a gift from Thomas Gordon and it's also signed by Dr. Kimm, from this last year's event because this book was brand new and just came out this year. Another sort of cool thing, you're reading this giant book like this about somebody who has such a great history in martial arts, and then you see yourself, not just once, but twice. So it's just sort of cool to be in this book. And he doesn't talk about me, but he shows us a picture of the Korean Martial Art Festival. That was the 2022 poster, and he is up on top with Dan Severin, and then all the other instructors, and I'm one of the instructors in the picture there. So that was sort of cool. It's like, oh, hey, there I am in this fantastic giant book. And then if you go on a little bit farther, I told you he talks about the Korean Martial Art Festival, not just that poster, but here is a picture of the festival from one year. And he talks about Thomas Gordon and that seminar, saying it's one of his favorite seminars to go teach at these days. And I'm in that group picture with all the other instructors and participants. So that was just sort of cool, to see myself twice in this giant book. Very good book if you're a Korean martial artist. And, if you've known Dr. Kimm in any capacity, whether a student of his, whether you've met him at seminars or different things, he used to teach universities. So if you knew him there, so very interesting. He's in his 80s and still teaching and still going strong. Like I said, he just finished this book and it just came out this year or the end of last year. And he's still teaching. You know, I was with him just this spring. He's teaching a seminar in his 80s. I mean, that's a pretty full life. And what a contribution to the martial art community with his books and knowledge and teaching for so many years. So I really enjoyed this. And if you are a martial artist and you know Dr. Kimm, I'm sure you'll enjoy it too, because it's just pretty amazing what he has done in the martial art world and community. The other book I wanted to talk a little bit about today, and just finished this. I pulled it off the shelf, reading it, then going to donate it, you know, as I'm paring down the library. Not getting rid of the Dr. Kimm book, but this one I'm trading off. And it was Tim Allen's Don't Stand Too Close to a Naked Man. And this, I believe, was his first book that he wrote way back in 1994. So it's a little dated for some of the stuff, but some of his humor is evergreen. It doesn't go out of style. And if you like Tim Allen and you like his type of humor, it was an enjoyable book. I like his stand-up. I loved both of his TV series, Home Improvement and Last Man Standing. I'm looking forward to his new series. He has a new series coming out real soon. I like him. I like his comedy. A lot about the book is about men and women, differences between men and women, and his humorous take on it. There's stuff in here that's about him that's factual. You know, he talks about how he went to prison when he was younger, got in the wrong crowd, did the wrong things, paid for it. But then when he got out, turned his life around, became a hugely successful comedian, television star, a few movies here and there, but really known for his TV series, which have been big hits. Looking forward to that third one. So I enjoyed it. If you like Tim Allen, you like his type of humor, you know, it's an enjoyable book. Dixon says, I don't recall. Was I in that group of instructors from 2022? Well, let me check, Dixon, and I lost the page. So let me bear with me a second while I see if I can find that. Let's see. I don't see you teaching that year, Dixon. That must have been one of the years you didn't teach. And I don't know if you're in that group picture. I don't know what year that was. That group picture was a little bit older because Jeff Booth is in there as well. And Jeff hasn't been at the Korean Martial Art Festival because of his traveling and stuff. It hasn't been on his schedule for the last few years. But I don't see your picture in that poster that year. And Tracy says, good morning. Good morning, Tracy. Appreciate you showing up. So those are the two books this morning. Good book if you like Tim Allen's humor. Older book, you know, from 1994, but still, it was fun to read. Now I'm going to go donate it as I pare down my library. I have one other book by him on the shelf that I'll probably read soon and then donate. And then Dr. Kimm's newest book, the My Life and Martial Arts. Really good book if you're a martial artist, a Korean martial artist, especially if you know Dr. Kimm or have been associated with him throughout the years. What a wonderful contribution to martial arts. The books he's written, the teachings he's done, the articles, just fantastic martial artist, someone I greatly respect. And I enjoyed reading that book. And I thought it was really cool to see myself in two different places in there. That was just sort of fun. Remember to sign up for the newsletter. Get those free ebooks that can help you stay safe. That's what I'm about. Help you stay safe so you can enjoy more of life and be exceptional. That's what Coffee with Alain's about. That's what the newsletter's about. That's what the lifestyle that I try to share is about. Being exceptional and enjoying everything we can and doing it safely. With that, make it a spectacular, sensational Saturday. And I'll see you tomorrow.